Her voice trembled only once, but it was enough. If you don't change, she whispered, eyes cold and tired, then this marriage will lose all intimacy. Consider this your final warning. I leaned back in the chair, lips stretching into a smile I didn't feel. Good, I murmured. I don't need it anyway. The words tasted like rust and pride in my mouth, and for a moment she blinked, surprised, maybe hurt. But then her face iced over and she turned away, the door slamming behind her like a full stop. I sat alone at the kitchen table, the argument still echoing in the walls, in my head, in my ribs like bruise after bruise. But I don't need it anyway. Maybe I was lying. Actually, I knew I was. But anger is a strange kind of shield. You think it protects you until you realize the blade is facing inward. 6 months earlier, Myra and I weren't a perfect couple, but we were steady, predictable in a comforting way. She would hum when she cooked, chew her pen cap when she worked, drag me out on night walks even when I insisted I was tired. And I loved her. But things shifted. She stopped humming, stopped reaching for my hand, stopped meeting my eyes. At first I thought she was stressed, work, family, hormones, anything normal married people go through. So I offered patience. He offered space. But space has a way of turning into distance when unspoken. Nights stretched cold and long. Conversations shrank to grocery lists and reminders. And intimacy. Intimacy vanished like it had never existed, like my touch had become poison. I asked her gently at first, then not gently at all. Is it me? I begged once, voice cracking like I was a child again. Did I do something wrong? She stared at me for a long moment and then said quietly, I just need time, Hamza. As if I wasn't stuck in it too. The first warning. 3 weeks before the final one, we argued about absolutely nothing. Spilled coffee, a misplaced charger, timing. But small cracks always lead to larger breaks. You never listen, she snapped, hands shaking. You never talk. Shot back. She closed her eyes, chest rising and falling, as if holding back something dark and heavy. Then she whispered, if this continues, we will fall apart. And she walked out. For the first time in our 4-year marriage, she didn't come home until midnight. I smelled cologne on her scarf when she returned, one that wasn't mine. I didn't ask. Cowardice sometimes wears the face of love. The final warning. By the time she gave it, we were already drowning. She stood by the counter that morning, fingers wrapped around a mug she didn't drink from. Her eyes were red, not from crying. I didn't think she cried anymore, but from exhaustion, resentment, withdrawal. If we don't fix this, she said slowly, we'll lose us. And intimacy will disappear completely. Her words hit like stones. Intimacy was already gone. But hearing it aloud felt like a funeral. And I, stupid, wounded, defensive, smiled like a man on fire. Good. I don't need it anyway. Her lips parted. Flicker of pain. Then stone. And she walked away again. Only this time she didn't come back that night. Suspicion. A week passed. Then 2. She became a ghost. Present in body, absent in soul. He changed passwords. She hid her phone. She showered the moment she came home, laundry thrown in the machine before I could touch it. One evening, she left her phone unlocked on the table. Not intentionally, not carelessly, just long enough. A message popped up. Let me know if he's asleep. Miss you. My veins iced. I reached for the phone with trembling fingers, but before I could unlock it fully, she rushed in, eyes sharp. She grabbed it like it was oxygen. What are you doing? She hissed. I swallowed, throat sandpaper. Who is Zane? Her jaw tightened. A co-worker. He misses you. Don't twist things. I don't have to twist anything. It's right there. Silence. Her guilt was loud. And mine was too, because I had ignored every sign. Confrontation. Later that night, I stood at our bedroom door, watching her brush her hair like nothing was wrong, like betrayal could be combed away. Myra, I said softly. She didn't look up. Are you seeing someone? She paused, hairbrush suspended mid-air. Slowly, she met my eyes through the mirror. What if I am? I felt something inside me tear, a quiet rip like paper. Then tell me, I whispered. Don't make me guess. Don't make me hope. Her lips trembled, the slightest quiver. I didn't plan it, Hamza. That was an answer. Not denial. Not shock. Just sorrow. I sat on the bed, vision blurring. How long? A few months. Before or after your warnings? She hesitated. Before. My world tilted. She cheated long before she warned me. The warnings weren't boundaries. They were guilt dressed as virtue. My voice broke. Do you love him? She closed her eyes. Pain washed through her features. Not regret, not apology. Pain for herself. I don't know, she whispered. I just feel something with him. Something I haven't felt with you in a long time. And there it was. A knife. And she twisted it. The spiral. I didn't leave that night. People imagine betrayal ends with doors slamming. But sometimes it ends quietly, like a TV switched off. I moved to the guest room. She didn't follow. We became strangers sharing walls. Days blurred into numbness. I still made coffee for two. A habit is hard to kill. She still ironed my shirts. Maybe guilt is harder. But intimacy was dead. Trust was ashes. Love was bleeding out between us. One night, I heard her laughing softly in the living room. A man's voice murmured through the phone. My fists clenched until nails cut skin. I wanted to storm in, scream, break something, break everything. Instead, I sat on the floor of the guest room and pressed my forehead to my knees, shaking like a child left in the rain. Because anger was easier than heartbreak. And heartbreak was all I had left. The reveal. A month later, I came home early from work. The house was too quiet, like it was holding its breath. Footsteps padded upstairs, muffled voices, a door closing. My heart dropped. No, please. I moved up the stairs silently, each step heavy as stone. The bedroom door was half closed. And through the gap I saw them. Not kissing. Not touching. Just sitting close. Too close. Faces inches apart. His hand brushed her cheek. She leaned into it, eyes soft in a way she hadn't looked at me in a year. Quiet intimacy. The kind that hurts more than sex ever could. Zayn noticed me first. His face paled. Myra turned. Eyes met. And something inside me went silent. I didn't yell. I didn't cry. I just stared at the woman who once swore forever. I trusted you, I said quietly. She stood, panic rising. Hamza. I held up a hand. No. No excuses. No more warnings. Her eyes filled, but too late. I walked downstairs. She followed, voice cracking with apologies I'd begged for months earlier. Hamza, please, talk to me. You already did, I said without turning. Just not with me. End. Divorce papers sat between us like a boundary neither could cross. She sobbed when she signed. I never meant for it to go this far. I breathed in slowly. You did. Every time you walked away, you meant it. Her tears fell harder. Do you still love me? My chest tightened. Once I would have said yes without blinking. Now the answer was a ruin inside me. I loved you more than anything, I whispered. But love can't survive where intimacy is a threat and honesty comes last. She broke then, collapsed into herself, regret clawing too late. As I stood to leave, she grabbed my hand desperately. Hamza, please, one more chance. I'll end it with him. I will. I swear. For a moment I wavered. 4 years of memories pulled at me like gravity. But betrayal weighs heavier than nostalgia. I gently removed her hand. You gave warnings, I said softly. But you forgot one thing. She looked up, tears shimmering. What? You can only push someone away for so long before they stop coming back. I walked out, the door closing like a final heartbeat. Epilogue. Some nights I still think of her, of us, of how silence became knives and warnings became weapons. I imagine a world where we talked sooner, healed sooner, held each other instead of pride. But that world isn't mine. Mine is quiet now, lonely, yes, but honest. Sometimes healing begins with the moment you finally walk away. And in the stillness of my new home, I whisper the words I once used like armor. But I didn't need it anyway. But this time I mean them.